about music that's not only amazing to listen to, but music that can also change lives. The Irene Taylor Trust runs projects for people who found themselves on the fringes of society. The Lullaby Project brought together musicians from the Trust, young refugee and migrant mothers, fathers who've experienced the criminal justice system, and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra to create new songs. I love what they do, so I want to catch up with some of the people who've been writing, recording, and performing those songs, and to see what we can all learn from their experience. I'd like to start today with asking you, what is your lullaby about?
It's about my son, how I feel about him, and some things he does that kind of make me happy.
And I have to say, I've listened to your lullaby so much, and the first verse in particular, it makes me laugh, because that bit about the crisps and them having a whole bag of crisps but wanting the crisp that's in your mouth, and I was like, so universal.
The crisps in your hand, never enough. The one you want is in my mouth.
My lullaby was written for my granddaughter. It was what I normally say to her when I talk to her. I call her Dolly Dimple, my little princess, my little baby, and that our love will last forever, and it's, and it will, and just basically vocalising that to her in a song, really, and just putting it all together.
This one's for my dimple, a song you can keep forever, to listen to as you grow older. You'll always remember me.
I made a track for my partner. When I was invited to do the Lullaby Project, I thought, let me think on my feet and see if I can re-change the lyrics a bit and dedicate it to my son more, because my son was just born.
And how did it feel, kind of slightly changing the lyrics and making it for your son?
It felt good, to be honest. It felt like I was giving him something that he can look back on, and then I can reflect on it as well. And because it was like a period of going through something new, like having a newborn.
Every time you smile, I see it in your eyes. Child, you remind me of summertime. Child, you remind me of happy vibe.
I want to let you know I love you.
Felt good, do you know what it is? I feel like when I cross genres like that, I feel good to be able to do that. And obviously a lullaby is usually classed for like nursery rhymes, things like that. With me, I just used it to speak about how I feel to my child, basically.
Wanna see you writing up the pen and I know fellas, you're a young lady, stand up and be a shellers. Whatever me and mums that know you can do better. Mindset, weather the storm through any weather.
Most of my songs have come from personal experience anyway, from being in prison, from my relationship with my wife, good, bad, ugly, sad, the whole lot,
Everything will come to you, everything's already there.
I was looking at her when I was singing it, so, and she was getting all like bashful and shy and stuff like that. So it was lovely. It was a moment that obviously, we won't forget, and I don't think she'll forget,
It's a great feeling as a mom, and it makes me feel like a really proud mother, and I'm happy that I'm able to do it for my son. Then I'm so happy.
I just was in a good place, I guess. The energy was good. That's when your creative side comes out.
What we're wanting to do is for people at home to write their own lullabies. Are there any top tips that you can give people?
You don't have to worry. You don't have to be like a professional. So nobody's forcing you and nobody's judging you like, oh, you're not perfect or you're not a good singer. Then you can do it. Anyone can do it. So I encourage anybody that really wants to do it to go ahead to do it.
I'd say to other people who want to become writers, who are creators, just do your thing, let your hair down, have fun with it. It starts from you just letting out your feelings or rhyming or just building up your skills, and feel free, be open, be honest, don't be scared of the criticisms.
it's all based on what melody you have in your head and the energy you're in. You can see they're expressing their love for their child. So I think once you've got that initial love anyway, the unconditional love, it doesn't hurt to just write down some lyrics. A lullaby is just something totally different. It's totally out of the box. So if you haven't got a melody in your head, maybe writing a poem might be good. And then applying that to the melody, if you can, being in sync with the melody. So, you know.
I love that starting point of thinking about a poem and then that informing the tempo, and that feels like a, you know, a manageable thing that people can do.
Every time you smile, I see it in your eyes.
When I'm explaining how I write to people, and like I've got loads of different ways, so I can write without a beat. But if I hear a beat, I feel like the beat's talking to me, even though there's no words on it. That the melody, all of that, is talking to me. And when I write, it's like us having a conversation now. You're saying things to me, and I'm basically just responding back to you. When the beat talks to me, I respond to the beat. It's crazy. I don't know another way to explain it. So there's loads of different things I've got out of this, and I'm still getting out of it. Yeah, there's so many. I can keep talking and talking and talking. I might not end your interview.
Everything I know, but you need more.
What was your favourite thing about being involved with this project?
Having the opportunity to perform with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. That's just an opportunity that in anything else that I was doing in my previous life, if you like, you know, of crime and criminal activity and drugs and violence and all that sort of stuff, I just wouldn't have had that sort of opportunity. If you can do that, if you can go to the South Bank and perform, if you can perform with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, then what can't you do? You know, so yeah, perform with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra was just an eye-opener and an inspiration to give me a bit of hope for my future, to know that doors are opening. It's a slow process, but when it does come, that encounter with that is an amazing thing, you know what I mean?
We'll make it last forever.